Hey guys, Metal Jesus here. Now the thing I love about the Nintendo Switch is that it works so well as a standalone system, and also it's a fantastic handheld. And it's because of this I've got a bunch of different accessories for it. So in this video I'm going to show you some of them that I consider to be must own and some you might want to avoid. Let's take a look. The first thing that I want to mention really quick, because I get questions about it all the time, are the stickers or decals that I have on my Switch here. And the reason why I did this, quite frankly, is because when the Switch came out, I could not find any of the colored Joy-Cons. And so I was a little disappointed in having to get the gray, the kind of bland gray one. So I ended up going to a site that I've used a lot in the past, and that is decalgirl.com. What I like about these is that they are non-destructive. You can pull them off fairly easily. It doesn't leave any residue behind. And I just like having them customized. I think they look pretty cool. But let's get to an accessory that I think every single Switch owner must own, and that is a microSD card. You see the one I have here. This is a SanDisk 200 gigabyte. That's a lot, but I got it on sale on Black Friday for about $45. And why do you need a microSD card? Well, let's take an example here. This is Resident Evil Revelations. This is a collection of 2 games. However, only one of them is on a game card, a physical game card. The other one, the second game, is a download only. Now the thing about the Switch is that it only comes with 32 gigabytes of internal storage. And as you're gonna see here, you quickly run out of that if you play any games on it. So we're gonna go into settings here and data management. Take a look. Resident Evil Revelations 2 uses almost 24 gigabytes by itself. And as we move through the games that I have on here, you see LA Noire uses 13. But keep in mind, LA Noire actually has a game card as well. So it's physical and also it's download. And as you see, I have a bunch of other games that I've purchased over time. Some of them are downloads only, but all of them use some amount of storage. So you run out of the system memory incredibly quick as you build up your library. Now let's talk about some controllers. Now obviously the Nintendo Switch comes with the 2 Joy-Cons that can be combined together to make one controller, or you have 2. It's very versatile. However, I typically am playing docked on a large screen. And so for me, almost immediately I went out and bought the official Nintendo Switch Pro controller that you see here. And I have to say, this is an absolutely fantastic controller. Super comfortable, very responsive. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. I think it's pretty much a must own. The only thing to keep in mind is that it is kind of pricey. Not really compared to other systems, but it will set you back about $70. A third-party controller that I got recently for review by 8BitDo is the SN30 Pro Bluetooth Gamepad. What's cool about this is that it works with a bunch of different systems, including the Switch, as well as Windows, Android, macOS, and also Steam. However, this one's a little bit more tailored to the Nintendo Switch because they added 2 analog sticks. Of course, it has rumble and also motion controls. Overall, I really like this controller. It feels just like a Super Nintendo controller, has a very solid build. I like the analog sticks. You can see me playing Gunbird here, which is a shooter. So precision is very important. Now there is a tiny bit of lag, but it doesn't really affect anything that I was playing, but just be aware. Also, the rumble is a little on the loud side. It's not nuanced like the real Switch controllers, but again, I like the controller a lot, and it's only $50. One thing I ran into fairly quickly is that I wanted to be able to take my Switch and play it on all of the big HD televisions in my home. It's great when it's up in the living room, but I also want to have it down in my game room. The problem, of course, is the dock, and they're not all equal. Originally, I bought this Nyko portable docking kit from GameStop because I wanted to save a little bit of money, and also the guy at the counter recommended it, but as soon as I got home, I started reading some of the Amazon reviews of this, and it is full of people complaining about it. Specifically, it physically breaking their switches. Now, I don't know what the deal is with that. I couldn't really tell if it was just they were using it wrong or what, but I didn't even want to risk it. I took it back. So I ended up getting this, which is the official Nintendo Switch dock, but man, this thing hurts the wallet. This thing retails for $90. Now you might be able to get it a little bit cheaper at other places, but that's ridiculous. But in the end, I wanted something that I knew would just work, so I ended up biting the bullet. Occasionally I do travel with my Switch, so of course I needed a case, and I believe this is the official Nintendo case here. It protects the Switch fairly well, not too tight, not too loose, and this one in particular underneath has a place where it holds the games. And as you can see here, you can hold 8 of them at a time. However, I recently took an extended trip to Spain, and in doing so, I was looking for a case that was a little bit more protective with a little bit more room because I knew that I wasn't going to be home for a while. So I ended up with the Satisfy Premium Nintendo Switch case. What I like about this case over the previous one is that it has a protective leather hard shell on the outside, which is designed for throwing in a bag. Don't even worry about it. You can check it at the airport. Nothing's going to happen to your Switch. However, compared to the previous one, it is a bit thicker, but that's because you can put so much more into it. Keep in mind, I wasn't going to be home for about 3 weeks, so I had to take everything I wanted with me, including up to 20 physical games, which is really nice. And there's pouches here where you can put cables, things like that. This case sells for about $25 on Amazon. And speaking of taking games with you, this is a bit of a novel solution here. It's called the Game Buddy. And what this is, it's a Nintendo Switch game card storage holder. What it really means is that it's a fairly strong piece of cardboard with a sticker on the back, and then it has these clear slots that you can put up to 8 games into it. The idea of this device being that you could just simply stick it onto the back of the Switch and take these games with you. You can still dock your Switch, but you do have to take the games out, otherwise it won't fit. This retails for about $15. I also want to mention the headphones that I use for, well, pretty much everything, not just the Switch. These are a little bit overkill probably for the Switch, but these are the Meze 99 Classics. These are headphones that are actually made from real wood. These are serious audiophile quality headphones. They sound absolutely fantastic. They're not going to be for everybody because they retail for around $300, but I've been using them pretty much every day for the last couple years, and I think they're amazing. So those are the accessories that I use with my Nintendo Switch, but with a console this popular, there are a bunch of options for people out there. So I would love to know, what accessories do you use with the Nintendo Switch? Which ones do you recommend? Love to know down in the comments below. As always, I want to thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for subscribing, and take care. It's worth reminding people that the Nintendo Switch is region-free. I was so glad to discover this when I was traveling in Spain because they got some physical games that we did not over here. And I went into a game store, that's what it's called over there, and was able to pick up a couple titles while I was traveling. So cool. I love it when consoles are region free. All right, guys, you're gonna wanna be subscribed to my channel because I release 2 new videos every single week. Thanks for watching.